What's up, Night Sky Nation? It's Bynightsky, and welcome to another video. So, here's the thing I've been wanting to do for a while is tell stories. Stories about what? Frankly, about my life and what I've been through. But the craziest thing is I had the greatest idea of telling you guys a story of when I first moved to Texas. For you guys that don't know, I'm originally from Michigan. I've lived in Michigan almost half my life. For the half of, well, my very short life, because I'm still very young. Anyway, the point is, when me and my dad first moved here to Texas, we were living with my cousin. They were pretty okay. They had a really nice middle class home, and it wasn't that bad. But the thing was, the first place me and my dad lived in alone was an apartment complex. So it wasn't that bad. It had a really nice pool and everything. But the thing was, right next to this apartment complex was an abandoned golf course. The grass was never cut. It was always really creepy looming in the background outside my window. Extremely creepy. And the thing was, we were in the back, so we were right next to it. And I remember I met these kids. I'm not gonna mention his name. I'm gonna call the kid, let's call him Mario. So I met this Mexican kid, Mario. Him and his little brother really enjoyed creepy stuff. So I remember one time we decided, well, hey, you know, that creepy golf course that we live right next to, we should go over there and explore it. And I was like, huh. At first I wasn't too sure about it, because every time I looked in the direction of that place, just the creepiest thing ever. And the thing is, nobody knew who owned it. Not even the apartment management know who owned it. It was just been abandoned for so long. The grass is all disgusting and outgrown. The building is like almost rotting away. There was, like, I didn't mention this, but there's a little building on a hill. The little building on the hill was obviously the center where you go and get your golf cart or whatever, go around and go golf. And it was just sitting there all creepy and abandoned. So basically, me and these kids were like, hey, this would be a really fun idea to go do this. And so us being the dumb kids we are, we're like, oh yeah, of course, let's go do this. So basically, we hopped this large fence to get over, and immediately the grass is up to my knees. So to mention, well, at this time, I'm about 6'2", and I'm pretty sure about the age that I was around 5'7", and the grass was almost up to my knees. So we start walking in the direction, and this feeling is pinging on me that this is a bad idea, that this isn't good, and we should turn the fuck around. And so I tell the guys, I'm like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. What if we get in trouble? Because me being rational and older than these kids, they're like, nah, it'll be fine. No one will even know we're over here. And to me, in my head, I'm like, okay, that's the problem. Nobody knows we're going over here. And who knows what the hell is in this house or building or whatever. So we go here and we immediately walk to the front door. It's locked, and we're like, oh, okay. And oh my God, as soon as we approach this building, this feeling is feeling like it's pushing me down to the earth. Like I can't do anything. But it was just so weird and so eerie. So of course we start looking for a way in, and I tell these guys, I'm like, do you guys feel that? Feel this very weird, eerie sensation that I'm being fucking watched? And they're just like, oh no, I don't feel anything. And I'm just like, okay, then maybe it's just me. And I was thinking maybe everything's just fine and it's just me, and I'm creeping myself out, because I tend to do that sometimes. And so I'm like, okay, let's keep looking for an entrance. So there was this weird overhang where apparently where it looked like you'd go and get your golf cart. And so we look up, and there's a hole in the bottom of this like roof. And these guys are like, okay, we can crawl up in here. So we go, we find some like old rundown ladder. Like, this is gonna hold my big ass to get up in this building. And they're like, come on, it'll be okay. And I was like, all right, fine, let's do this. So me not being scared anymore, and the feeling kind of waned on me, and me deciding that this is okay, it's gonna be fine, and me being obviously oblivious to what's going on, we crawl up into here, this really cramped small space, and I tell you, immediately I smell mold and something dead, and it's disgusting. And so we crawl up in here, we start crawling along, and they're like, okay, so towards this way is into the building. So we're crawling, and we're just crawling and crawling, and then all of a sudden I touch this area of the ceiling that we're inside of course, and it just breaks through and I fall into the building. And the kids, they're like, are you all right? And I'm like, I'm all cool, because I landed on a counter. And so I look around, and this place is almost pitch black except for my phone flashlight. And so the other kids jump down, and we just start looking around. This place is pretty big. We start looking around, and then all of a sudden it hits me again. This very eerie feeling followed with the smell of something dead. And when I tell you I am fully creeped out, with all of a sudden I feel something looking at me, and it's coming from a specific place. So I turn. Okay, here's the setup. Here's the front door. If you walk in, there's this big open area. If you walk a little bit forward and to the right, there's a hallway to the right, and there's also a hallway to the left. So the hallway to the right, there's this feeling of very eerie feeling. And so I say this to the kids, like, hey man, let's not go in that direction, because I'm getting this very eerie, creepy feeling from this place. And they're like, oh, you don't like that? Guess what we're doing? Yep, the kids will start walking in that direction. And me not wanting to be alone, I follow after these kids, because, you know, I ain't fucking being alone in this creepy ass abandoned golf court fucking building thing. And so I follow behind them, and the closer we get is just the stench of something dead is just getting bigger and bigger. Or I mean, I smell worse or whatever. I can smell it better, whatever. It's a disgusting smell, and I can smell it more and more the closer we get. And down this long hallway, there's a bunch of doors, and there's this one door at the end of the hallway that says do not enter, staff only. And we walk up to this door, and all of a sudden, just a big boom from the other side of the door. The kids scream, start running back in the other direction, and of course leaving me by this door. Me fucking petrified of fear. I'm frozen in fear. I can't move. And then just all I hear is boom, boom, boom coming from the other side of the door. And this fucking aroma of it's just so disgusting that I want to throw up. I literally started gagging. The louder the bangs made noise, or the louder they were, I just kept getting hit with this smell of something disgusting and rot. And so all of a sudden I'm broken out of this fear when the door hits one more time and it cracks down the middle. And that's when I jump out of this fear, turn around, start running, and then I see these kids, they're screaming and pounding on the front door. Me, I look around to look for something, and I see a chair. So I take this chair and I start beating on the door, and that's when we start hear footsteps coming down the hallway. These footsteps aren't running, they're walking slowly, and we start to hear someone laugh. Saying this now, I can still feel the fucking shivers down my spine from this creepy ass old man laughing. And that's what it sounded like, this old, very raspy man laughing like and immediately once I heard that, all of a sudden I was full of adrenaline, and I fucking bust down the door with all my strength. I pound. I walk back, run forward, slam the door. It breaks open. All the boards are broken. I got a bruise from this. I got a huge bruise on both of my arms from running and slamming into this door, busting it open, breaking all the boards and everything. I still have no clue how I did that, but I did, and we took off running in the direction of our apartment. We had to go around the building, start running towards our apartments, jump over the fence, and finally we're back at my house. So the creepiest shit is we turn and we look back, and it's just the eeriest feeling I've ever felt in my life. And when I tell you, I swear to God that I saw a man standing at the door when we looked back. And when I'm telling you that this shit is fucking creeps me the fuck out, this shit is scary as hell. I've never ever gone back to that place, nor have I ever even looked back at the place ever again. I never mentioned it, me and the kids never talked about it, end of story. Which goes to tell you, if you guys see an abandoned building and you think it's a good idea to go explore, please do not, because the likeliness of your ass getting ate by some demon shit is probably 50%. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're probably not gonna get your ass eaten by a demon, but just in case, just don't do it. You want some advice? Take some advice from this guy right here.
You know what? In life, don't cover the church by. Don't judge the cover, judge the book. Man, don't book the cover. Book. Don't whatever. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
That's great to me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. If you guys want some more stories from my life, leave a comment and say I would love to hear more stories, and I'll post more. I'm trying to post more often and starting to get this channel going again. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.